Okay, example number 4. We are now going to use a dummy activity. Now, dummy activities can be very useful when we've got two things that share some but not all of the immediate predecessors. So if you have a look at this one, F has an immediate predecessor of C. And E also has an immediate predecessor of C, but it also has an immediate predecessor of D, which basically means, if I can draw properly, E has to have C and D coming off it, but F only needs C. So what happens to this D? And that's what we're going to look at, and this is why we use dummy activities. So we're going to start this as per usual. We've got two activities that are coming from the start. I won't write start, I couldn't be bothered. Okay, I've got that one going up there, and that one going down there. Boom, boom, boom. So we'll call that A and we'll call that B. So it's a good start. We've done those two. Yay. The next one, we have C coming off A. So in this particular activity, we have C is coming off A. It's the only predecessor it has. So we'll drag it across and call that C. Excellent. That's done. D is coming off B. Excellent. So we'll just drag that across and call that D, put the arrow on it, and that's done. Okay. Now, activity E. Activity E is coming off C and D. It has immediate predecessors of C and D. So technically, we should have E, and it should have two things coming into it, C and a D. Okay, that's what it should look like, but it can't. The reason for that is because we've got F, where it only has C. So that one there is F. It only has C. So that one's correct. But now I've got this E that is very difficult to do. Okay. The E I've got the problem with, the G I've got the problem with is because, the E I've got the problem with is because it requires D and C. So if I draw that one across, I wish I'd stopped doing them so they're not the same length, but that's a different story. If I go, that's E, that starts to look all right because I've got that bit, but I still need C. So the way we actually do that is we can draw a dotted line down there, and that is a dummy activity. So what we're kind of saying is that, look, activity C starts here, but it also starts there. It's kind of like you're saying, hey, C is there, but C is also down here. Trouble is we can't do that. That gets very messy. So what we go is dot, 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 and go, that is also C. So C is there, and it is also there. So any of the ones coming off there are all taking C as their immediate predecessor. Okay. Now, so that's fine. But now you can have a look and go, okay, that's cool. But now activity G has to have E and F. So I'm hoping you realize that, damn it, we shouldn't have done that. Those have to come together so that E and F are both predecessors of G. All right. So that should be fine. The only bit that you had to think about there was this dummy activity. And so what we're using is we're using the dummy activity as a way to shift where the end of C is, or give C multiple ends so that it can be the predecessor of multiple things, even though they don't share all the same predecessors. I hope that makes sense.